So my last relationship, I used to joke all the time that I had normal colds, but my ex had a man cold. I conveniently always got sick when he was traveling for work, but I worked at a daycare center, I worked with tiny children, and so getting sick was just kind of a part of the job. And also, all of my autoimmune stuff went haywire when I was with him. I mean, I was sick even before I took that job. But every time I got sick, and it would have like residual effects, and he'd come home, he was very like, I don't want to get too close to you, I don't want to get near to you. And so he didn't really want to take care of me because I was sick, which, whatever. But two, he would always get the same sickness. And when he did, it was 10 times worse than whatever I had experienced. And over time, I made a joke out of it. Like, I was just like, okay, like, you're going to get man cold again. Like, I learned to make a joke out of it. But when I think back on it, it was so rude. At the very, very end of our relationship, like right as I knew we were going to split, I was sick back to back to back. Like, after I found out about his infidelity, I was pretty much sick for like 6 months straight. And so I was really sick. He was home. And I really needed this medicine. I'd been going to work without medicine for several days just because I was so tired. Like, I could not go get the medicine myself. So I finally asked him, because he did not take the initiative to do it. I asked him, will you go get me medicine? Now, I didn't think I had to specify, will you check the medicine cabinet area to make sure we don't already have that medicine? I thought he was going to do that on his own. That's mistake number one. But he goes to the store and he comes back and he's got this night NyQuil. And I'm looking at him, and I had just walked to the pantry and we had 2 other night NyQuils. And I asked him, did you get a day one as well? And he said no. What was so tough about this is I needed the Dayquil to go to work. We already had 2 bottles of NyQuil sitting in the pantry, but he didn't care to check. He just went to the store, didn't look at the bottle he bought, brought it home, and it wasn't the right medicine. Now, I know there are going to be men that come on here and just say that I was being ungrateful and I should be thankful he got me anything at all. But that's the thing. What I was receiving were scraps. Scraps that had no intention and no consideration, because what I was experiencing wasn't serious to him. When he was sick, he would verbatim tell me that his sickness was worse than mine, and you can chalk it up to a joke if that's what you want to do. But I was over here cooking for him. I was over here getting him medicine. I was over here checking to see what medicine needed to be got without having to be asked. I was doting on him, taking care of him. Even though most of the times I was sick, he was not home. Those moments could have been an opening for connection, a way for him to meet me and show me that he really respected and honored me, even when I had nothing to give him, even when I was at my lowest. And instead, I was pushed away as being sick, and told how when he got sick, he needed me to be there, how it was so much worse for him. I don't think I'm ever going to forget him getting the wrong bottle of medicine. And it's not because it's about the wrong bottle of medicine, but it's because at the very end of that relationship, I had started waking up and noticing things. And that little bottle mattered so much more. It meant something different. It really showed me that the intention had never been about me. It was making sure he provided whatever he thought was necessary to provide, and me being okay with the scraps and accepting them. And that's not healthy love, that's not respectful love, and that's not partnership.